Welcome to this technical support video about the cardboard VR sports, in which we're going to explain with quite detail how the package works. This is because maybe in the documentation sometimes it's difficult to show every single part of the process of importing things and also explaining how the scripts work. So whenever you want to download and found our projects and buy our stuff, you will have first of all to download the Google VR. Okay, you will find on the description how to do that, but in fact what you have to do is just import the package, and you will have these things with a demo scene, etc. So this will give us the option to add to all of our games the GVR man. So this is just the cover object that you can see there that is going to work like a stereo cam. Okay. Regarding the other things about our asset, when you import it, it's going to be really easy to import. It's just a Unity package that is going to give you these folders here. Okay, I'm going to try to explain them all little by little. So the first folder has the animation stuff that you can see here, that it's the basket animation. So in fact, in this game, this part here, that is the part of the basket, is going to move whenever we shoot the ball. Okay, so let me just press the play so you can see how the game is going to work. I believe we have another video that is going to be like the promotional video where you can see all the functionalities. Here we are just going to do a quick demo of how the game works. Okay, so I'm pressing play, but I'm going to wait for a second because I'm using a lot of resources on my computer, but I believe it's going to work in a couple seconds. Okay, let's see. And okay, now it's working. So as in any other cardboard game, you can move your head by pressing your Alt button, okay, and moving your mouse. Okay, so you do that, you can pick the ball, and you will see the animation of the basket whenever I throw the ball. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to throw the ball and try to score. Okay, so you saw that. So that is controlled by the basket animation. Okay, so if you go to the this thing here, this game object here. Okay, well, you will see this is just a small quad that we have used in order to reduce the poly count and make a fluid game for VR. Okay, so you go to the ring and you will have that quad there, okay, which has the animation, and if you go to animator, you will see how things work. So you have the basket idle, and then you have the basket animation, that is that movement. Okay, this is just simple stuff we have programmed for VR. Okay, so regarding this stuff, this is done. So the fonts, so I'm using the Digital 7 that you can find on the internet, and it's a free font that we're not going to add to this package because it has no commercial use, but it has free use. So in the README, whenever you open it, you will see the link you need to use to download that font. It's also on the description. Okay, so the next thing are the materials. I'm not going to explain a lot about this. The materials are the ones that are related to each of the game objects, but we have these physical materials that we are using also. So the metal basket is just the one that is used for example, this panel here, the tube and the ring of the basket, and the rubber and rubber 2 are used for the ball. So rubber will be the one that is used for the basketball, and the rubber 2 will be for the one that is used for the football. Okay, let's see, this is opening now. Okay, so this was just to show you what is written on the README. So you have the download link here to import your font. Okay, so The materials is all displayed. Let's go to models. In models, you only have the basketball here. Okay, that is all this game object that you can see here. Okay, with all the gliders. And then you have the football pole and the sphere. The sphere is going to be the ball. Okay, yes, this thing here. That's the sphere model. Okay, they are all FBX. And the prefabs as well, you have here the court, that will be this game object, you have the football pole that we'll see later, etc. So if you go to scenes, as you can imagine, this scene here is the basketball scene. Okay, so you can see we have used really simple trees, we have used really simple textures to make it really fluid for VR. And as you can see in the render camera, we have also created a skybox. Okay, so this is pretty much it as it's working right now. But if you open the other scene, you will see how we have adapted the same structure to another different game. In this case, this soccer game. Okay. Regarding the scripts, we have the ball interaction that is going to be common for both gameplays, but is going to have a different boolean that is going to be selected or deselected for each case. For example, if we are in the football game, you are going to see how the football is going to move differently from the basketball game. As you can remember, the ball was moving without head, okay, in the head position. In this case, the ball is going to move, is going to rotate accordingly to our head, but it's going to stay really near of the ground. Okay, it's going to be placed at the ground. So we're going to see it now, this sort of effect. So I'm going to try to pick it up. Okay, you know that this is difficult by recording. Okay, so you can see I can move my hair up and down, but the ball is going to stay at the ground. Okay, and then I'm able also to shoot again. Okay, and score, and the score is updated also, as you can see there. So this is achieved by going to the ball football, and then you have a boolean here that is called in the script, the correct script. Let's see where I put it. It's in score collider, GVR event system, even in event system. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to do a window a little bit smaller because this is not fitting on the video. Okay, this here. So you can see that we have this boolean here that is called isBasket. So whenever it's pressed, we're going to have the behavior of the basketball game, and whenever it's deselected, we have this latest behavior. Okay, so I think that's clear. Another thing about this script, you can change the throwing force. That will be the value of the speed, the initial speed of the ball whenever we click on it. The displacement speed, I'm going to show this for just a second. If I do, or if I give a really small value to this displacement speed, I think that's too small. For example, 0.0.1. Okay, this is going to affect that following movement of the ball regarding the position of our head. Okay, you're going to see it right now. You can play with these parameters as you wish to give different effects. For example, in this case, it will be like a smooth following, okay, of the ball regarding our head. So let's see if this is going to load and compile. Okay, so now with this change, you're going to see really how things are modified. Okay, but you know, this is difficult now while recording because we have okay, a problem. Okay, so now it's working. So okay, you can see how the ball is following the head, but really smooth. Okay, slowly. So that's the main idea. Okay. I'm glad I can show this to you, because then we reduce the amount of questions regarding our packages, and that's really good for us. Okay, so let's just restore the value of this displacement speed. And okay, so we have explained the ball interaction. Let's explain the keeper. The keeper is just a script that is going to manage the movement of this this object here that has a collider, and it's just simulating the goalkeeper, you know. So we have the amplitude and the speed. The speed will be the time that is going to take to move from one pole to the other, and the amplitude is just the distance that is going to move. In this case, it's 1.9 because it's more or less the distance that has from the center to the pole. Okay. The menu script, I'm going to open it here, has the basic functions to change from one scene to the other. Okay, so it's just going to have like two main functions, and they are related to this menu here that you can see. So the first function is going to call the basketball scene, and the second function is going to call the football scene. So in fact, it's going to make just the transition between the first scene and the other. Okay, so as you can see here, we have those two functions I have already stated. Okay, and it's really easy to understand this part of the script. Okay, scoring. So as you can see, when we are going to shoot, we're going to be able to go to score. So the ball is going to go from this position, the initial position, to the net. Okay, so in fact, on the net, this game object, we have a collider, and we have the scoring collider. So the scoring collider has a trigger that you can see here, a trigger collider, and inside of this we have the scoring script. And the scoring script is just going to check, okay, if I'm going to open it right now so you can see it. It's going to check if the game object that is colliding is the ball, and if in that case, if that case is true, it's going to add +1, okay, to the score, and then it's going to update the value of this text canvas. That's all it's doing. Okay, that's all it's doing. And finally, the shadow ball. You know, in Android we have the main problem that shadows are not going to render. So okay, let me just finish with the scoring so you can see. Whenever the collider is triggered, okay, and the collider game object associated to it, it's the ball, we are going to score. So you see here we have a special line, because if the score is 11, the digits of the score are not going to be nice. So we have to add like a blank space here. It's just a matter of appearance, okay? And well, the main thing is that the thing is we are just scoring up our score, okay. And then in the case of the basketball game, here it's where we call to that animation of the net. Okay, so you can see we have the animation net, and in this case we trigger the animation. So I think that's all regarding the scripts, because the as I was saying before, the shadow ball, it's a simple script that is like generating an artificial shadow that is going to be under the ball. That's all it's going to do. And regarding the textures, well, there is nothing a lot of things to say, because this is just some assets we have developed for you that you can use in this project or another one. And just say that we have this cool skybox, this cartoon skybox that you can see in the background, that you can modify, edit, whatever you want. It's free. And just to finish, let me say that we are a group of students that we are passionate by VR, that we want to change the world of VR with these cool packages for Unity. And I hope these technical tutorials get the information, the documentation clearer to you, because sometimes customers write to us saying, well, the documentation is not really complete, etc. But you have to understand that in sometimes we suppose that our clients have basic knowledge of Unity and are capable of understanding how things work, okay? But in this case, we said, okay, as we are getting a lot of questions about how to integrate things and make things work, let's make like a long video tutorial in which we are going to focus on each point of our package and show everything with detail. Okay, so please keep this in mind, that this takes quite a time to do. That for us, English is not our primary language, to say that. We are able to speak English, French. We are able to answer your questions, your emails in those languages. But please be a little bit flexible about these things, because we are a Spanish company and we're trying to improve our skills in this domain. Okay, so let me just play a little bit with my own application to see if I find some errors where I'm explaining this stuff. I will also show you how to download other of packages that we have developed. So please keep tuned for more. And if you really believe that it's a package that is worth buying, please send us also some feedback on the Unity Asset Store, because it helped us a lot in order to keep this company moving. So thanks very much for your support and for your time, and I hope this is going to solve a lot of your problems and will help you integrate our packages better. Okay, so if you want to buy more of our things, you can just, this will be the final result of our package. You have to write VR cardboard bodies, and these are all the things we have updated so far, or uploaded so far. So we have different FPS basic kits you can use. The zombie one, it's a complete one. And then we have other virtual experiences, like the drone, like the bike controller, and I encourage you to take a look to them and give us also an opportunity, okay, to improve our things and try to be more competitive. So thanks very much again. I hope you have a nice day.